morning, Glenn with Danuser here to give you an overview and explanation a little bit about the Danuser Intimidator tree post puller. For many years, customers have been asking us to build a tree puller. We wanted to build something that was different that nobody really has on the market. So, introduced 2 years ago, the Intimidator. What we have here is a 3/4 thick jaws made of T1 grade steel. 3-inch cylinder in the very back, protected in the opening here, will produce around 21,000 pounds of clamping force. What you can't pull out of the ground, you can always dig and excavate using the cutter teeth on the top here. In order to use this correctly, basically you go up to a tree. If it is large enough that it can fit in the back of the jaw, like the recessed area you see over here, put it in the very back to maximize your clamping and pulling force, and then lift up slightly on the tree to transfer the weight down onto your tracks or tires. Then move forward. As you move forward, you'll probably hear some snapping. That's the tree roots letting go. If you can continue to go forward and rip it out of the ground, great. If you can't, you can always go back a little bit and then back forward. Always use the curl function of the skid steer, as curling will have more power than just plain lifting. Once you get the tree out of the ground, you can then discard it off to the side, take it wherever you want. You can stack it, you can pile it, you can push it, whatever you want. When you go to take out a larger tree and you grab it and your skid steer, the back end comes off the ground and says, I can't do this. The next thing to do is to open your jaws, back away from the machine or the tree, close your jaws and lock the two jaws together using this lock tab mechanism right here. With the two jaws locked together, you now have a good strength to go underground and excavate for any tree roots, stumps, rocks, without damage of bending or spraining one jaw. If you were to dig with the jaws open, you run the risk of bending a jaw. Keep them closed, use the excavator teeth, use the cutter teeth on the top, take out all the tree roots you can, or stumps, or rocks, come back, go back, grab the tree 2 or 3 feet above ground, and go forward again and rock. If you start to feel it coming, there again, pull forward and tilt back, and it helps excavate the tree out of the ground. On the brush guard of the Intimidator, we use a nut and bolt configuration as opposed to welding it to the frame. Therefore, if something happens or you get the brush guard into something, it's easier to replace hardware than it is to bend back something that's welded. When you're using the brush guard, never engage the brush guard into the tree first. Always try to keep the machine level. Let the jaws come in and go after the tree, whether at ground level, foot above ground, 2 foot, whatever works best. The brush guard just serves protection to keep you safe from trees or limbs entering the cab. Service on the Intimidator is very simple. We have 2-inch diameter pivot pins here with grease zerks down on the bottom of each jaw here. They're 90-degree angles, therefore it's easy to get a grease gun in. We would advise that you would grease them before every project. Hose routing on the Intimidator is pretty simple. The hose comes out of the channel here, take it across through the hoop, come back up into the hose holder trap, and then you can route it back to the skid steer. The spring holder, if you don't like it here in the outside position, we do have another hole down here that you can move that if you'd like. Mounting options, here's a skid steer quick attach. We also make a Euro quick attach for front end loader tractors, and we also have a flat back quick attach that you can customize any type of bracketry to weld to any vehicle of your choice. And keep in mind that if you pull a tree and you create a divot or a hole, you can always use this as a back drag. It's very thick and robust. Just put it on the ground, cock it back a little, and pull back, and it'll refill your hole. Okay, so we added a different model in the lineup not too long ago since the release of the Intimidator, which is the side tooth option. So we added the cutter teeth out to the side here that accompanies with the top. We did not take any more material off the side jaw. We actually added material and then cut it from there. So we did not take any weakness away. What this allows is a more robust, aggressive design Let's say you've got a tree that's kind of caught into a fence line. You can keep your jaws closed, and as you go back and forth, you can give 2 to 3 inches of cut on each side of the tree. And you can switch to the other tree and saw. So if you want to saw a tree flush to the ground, or maybe they're sensitive, you don't know where all the roots go and you don't want to uproot something, you can always use it as a saw to remove the tree that way and cut it flush to the ground. That concludes our Intimidator walk around for today. If you need more specifications, literature, videos, please visit Danuser.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook. Have a great day.